Hi makers, welcome to the Branding Guide. Today I'm starting a new series that we're calling Will It Brand? And for episode 1, Twinkies. Come on over to the workbench and let's see some test branding. So we're going to try this again. I attempted this a couple weeks ago. Right. And it didn't go so well. Now we have a little bit fatter of a marking surface on this one than my other branding head. The stroke width is a little bit thinner on my full logo head rather than my icon head. So I'm gonna try branding it again. I also set it to a lower temperature this time, to about a 3 to start off with instead of a 6. Hopefully that helps. We're gonna see. I don't really have much hope. Hopefully you have more hope than me. Let's get you a little bit closer look here. Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9, 10? Yeah, that didn't do anything. Cool, like, it just kind of eroded the surface a little bit. So yeah, it has to be hotter. Let's try turning it way up now. You know? Or maybe just a little bit more. To like a 5. Let's take the surface off. All right, let's let that charge up a little bit and try again. So we're at a level about 3 or 4 now, maybe even a 5. I'll try it right in the same place quickly. CP2. Yeah, so that is definitely doing something. I can even hear it. Oh wow, it actually smells really good. Like caramelized cake. And we're starting to get just a little bit of a mark if I do it on a more regular surface of the Twinkie. Yeah, that actually worked really, really well. I'm kind of surprised. But you are able to mark it. This shows that even things like sponge cake, conceivably, you could get a pretty decent mark, provided that you have pretty uniform crumb in the cake, meaning that the actual cellular air spaces, right, the cell spaces of the air have to be pretty tiny. You can't really have a very open crumb in your cake, because then it's going to be a little bit more broken. So that one got a little bit over branded. But we'll do a couple right next to it. Okay. So that looks pretty great, actually. It's a little bit easier to see in person than on video, but you definitely are able to make the mark, provided that it's pretty simple. So now that we've proven that it will work, let's change out the branding head to the slightly more complex The Branding Guide, the full logo for the channel, and try again of marking that full wider logo with the same heat settings that we have now. I'm going to just shut this off so that way we can take the head off as soon as it's cooled down. You really want to make sure to let the heads cool off fully before changing them out, just to make sure to not deform the brass nub there that's connecting the head to the heating tool on this Hako heating iron, because otherwise when you're taking out when it's hot, you run a little bit greater chance of deforming that brass threading. Okay, now that we've let the other brand heat up, we're going to try to test it and see if we can get as nice marks as we did the first time. I am still skeptical. Nah, we should be fine. it's pretty tough. Yeah, I don't know about this. A lot of the characters are there, but it's just really, really tough to make out, I think. I can get some of the characters, but not all of them. Wonder if on this more uniform bottom. So in the test marking of the bottom of the Twinkie, it marks very nicely, right? You can actually read that. Or at least I can read that. Hopefully you can too. But these marks are not as nice, right? Because the porous nature of that cake, whereas on the bottom it gets compressed and it's much more uniform and flat. Even on the top there, it's not really readable compared with that, which is. So having that wider logo produced really nicer marks compared with this one. In addition to caramelizing the cake, it also heats the cream, which you might like, you might hate. I think it's nice. And that's how well Twinkies brand. Let me know what other materials you want to see tested with a branding iron down in the comments. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.